Hey everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. Today is July 5th, 2025. It's Saturday. So it is time for my weekly gardening update. I hope that everyone had a wonderful 4th of July, those of you who live in the U.S. And I had a great one. We're continuing our festivities today by going to an ox roast, which I just love, so I'm very excited about that. So let's get started here. My corn, as you can see, has started to get its tassels, which I'm very excited about. Of course, I am still fighting the Japanese beetle that is the most difficult pest I have dealt with. I've been going around killing them by hand, and I have traps set out. I hope they don't do too much damage while I try to get them out of here. I see one sleeping under a corn, I don't know if you could see it, a corn leaf. Right there. I don't know if you can see. You see it right there? Yeah, so I'm not happy about this. It's really a struggle. Anyways, so I also saw silk. Now, these guys over here came up first, but everything else has passed them up, and I think it is because this one got attacked by the beetles so badly. It's just been terrible, but I do have some that are also getting silk. Oh, there it is. Right there. You can see some silk coming. So what I've done this week. There's another yellow leaf on my rhubarb. My rhubarb has been doing great. It also has been attacked by the beetle. Yep, I see one right there. This is terrible. I've never dealt with, this before, and I'm really having a hard time. I need to weed in here. This is my June-bearing strawberries, which are still quite young. They're doing okay. Last year, my strawberry crop was huge. My everbearings from spring till first frost, constant, big, beautiful strawberries. This year, nothing. I can't figure out what's going on. I don't know what happened. So how I first noticed I was having problems with some kind of pest was my grapevine there. I came out the other morning. It looked beautiful. I come out in the afternoon and it's drooping and looking yucky. I take a closer look. I find these beetles. For some reason, seems like they are leaving them alone now. They seem most attracted to the corn now. So I don't know. I also found only one. This was a few days ago. What do they call that? Squash vine borer wasp. So I'm also going to be treating for that. But I've not seen another one. But look at those leaves. Is that not sad? So I think I'm going to plant another crop of pumpkins. Because when those come up, it'll be too late for them to, insert their eggs into the vine. I also might, wrap. I heard aluminum foil will do the trick. So, yeah. Look, you see that right there? There are two of them. I did not see them when I walked by a second ago. Looks like they're starting to get an early start. Right there. This morning, so I'm going to be out here chasing them down. I found during the day it's hard to catch them, but if it's first thing in the morning or in the evening, I can catch them. So anyways, I think the wild black raspberry, I believe that one is done producing. Raspberries are pretty much still going strong. My son and daughter-in-law came home for the holiday. It was perfect timing because I had a huge crop yesterday that I picked, and they finally got to taste them. So they really enjoyed it. I'm glad they got to experience that. Let's see. Oh, so I started putting down the cloth in between the rows of corn. I believe that's going to help. I have another cloth I'm going to put down. So I have 3 here, 2 over here, and 1 way over there on the other side. I'm going to put another one down. I might have to buy another one. And I've decided I'm just going to keep them on there all winter long. This way, maybe next spring, things will be easier, with the weeds. Let's see. What else have I done? I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning because it's going to be very hot today. So, thought I'd get an early start. Let's see. My sunflowers are doing great. I'm going to put another cloth this way. Oh, what's wrong with that one over there? Uh-oh, that better not be what I think it is. Let me see. That plant's not looking good. I'm going to have to check into that. Yeah, my friends, they said they just handpick them off, these beetles, and kill them. Well, I'm having a heck of a time catching these things. And it's also very time consuming. I think I have just a lot of crops that they like to eat. I have a lot of them. And so they're just kind of, and it's spread throughout the yard. It's hard. So anyways, over here, this is my garden gate that goes in to, my enclosed garden, which looks like a jungle right now. And this was all overgrown with really tall weeds. The ground was very uneven. So what I did was I pulled all the weeds here. I leveled the ground and I put in I had some echinacea and Shasta daisy seedlings. Although the Shasta daisies I might transplant to the front yard. I tried over here. I tried to plant, well, there's the catnip. I planted it. I'm afraid my cats are already attacking it. What else have I done this week? It is, with the heat and everything, it's just been so hard. Now, I have been trying really, really hard to clean up in here. Again, I can't keep up. But, like I said, oh my God, now look at that. It's on my pepperoncini. Get off there. Yeah, these are flowering like crazy. Oop, I got a little pepperoncini right there. The first few. My son will be excited. I can't wait for that recipe he's going to make with these. The fennel, doing fantastic. I have to get back in here again. It's like I'm constantly going in circles. We used some of the dill, or my daughter-in-law did. She made German potato salad, and she put that in. I apologize for that. My son and daughter-in-law are truckers, and it's the trucks, like the generator. Oh my goodness. Is that a beetle? You mean to tell me they like dill too? There's nothing these things won't eat. Oh my God, okay. I have to go get another bucket of water. Anyways, doing great. Basil's really coming along. These are big red bells over here. The beans are doing great. I think I need to start harvesting there. I want to plant some more of those. Planted a few more little tomatoes here. So my tomato harvest will be staggered. Oh my goodness. I didn't notice this. Got my first little tomatoes. That's exciting. Let's see. My cucumbers are doing great. I planted some in the greenhouse too. So I had those seedlings I have to find a home for. So yeah, they're doing real good. Have all kinds of blossoms. I took down all the peas. First of all, I was, they were pretty much depleted. But I found these ended up being very badly infested. with those beetles. So I have to take this, I'm going to take it all back to the burn pile. And I'm just like, I know I should have done it immediately, but as soon as I was done doing it, the kids pulled in, my son and daughter-in-law. It was just, it's been crazy with the holidays, so it's really hard. Ooh, got some, these are cherry tomatoes along here. They're doing great. Still got this lettuce doing okay. My provider, no, these aren't provider. What are these again? They're a type of pole bean. It's either Ideal Market or Kentucky Market, I think it's called. So those are doing real good. I really need to get in here today if I can. I've been concentrating so much on getting the fabric laid in the corn that I've neglected in here again. And now this is starting up again. And, oh my God. Look, you see this? On my asparagus ferns. Yeah, these guys need to go. Yeah, I think this started after I pulled the peas. So, oh my gosh. I might need to get another trap. I don't know if it's a good idea. I hear different opinions about that. That the trap, which is way over there, will attract more of these beetles to my gardens. Others say it works. I don't know. But what I can't do, I can't keep up with the hand picking. Now, I did hear that there is something I could put into my soil after the growing season is over that will kill the larva. So I'm going to do that. I have some tomatoes coming up in here. Of course, you can't see because of the weeds. Uh-oh. My little fairy, it swings, is falling over and dirty. Oh, let's see. My trellis is coming along real nice. I'm sorry, you guys, it's the truck. Let's see. I did get some more stepping stones laid out this way and over here. And here's the thing. My cottage garden is uninfested. I think they don't like the herbs I have in here. Anyways, I'm putting this edging along here. I have to get more stepping stones because I'm going to do a path going back that way. So I think this is coming along nicely. So I'm going to put you guys on hold and take you to the front of the yard and show you what I've got going on there. So this is the flower bed along the north side of the house. I've always had problems with because I really can't grow anything well here. But I transplanted. Somebody had before us planted these bulbs along the patio, but it's in the woods. So these would sprout a little bit, but nothing would bloom. They wouldn't really grow. I put them over here last year, and we're actually getting lilies. These are ditch lilies. Getting some there. So I'm really excited about that. This mulch I am saving for that bed under the big black locust tree. So I'm going to go over there and show you what I'm about to do there. I got to show you these. I did not plant these moonflowers. They just come up over here every year along the fence. And I think they're so beautiful. I think those are moonflowers. I could be wrong, but they look like it to me. Anyway, over here under the black locust tree, I'm going to put down some topsoil and, well, I have to weed in here too, but cover up the roots are kind of popping up. Somebody took off with my flax. I have a feeling probably the chickens, so those are gone. Then I want to get some of my Chasta daisies that I grew from seed in here. So that's what I am doing today. This week has been very busy, but you know, they were big projects. So it's like, doesn't seem like I got a lot done, but I did. And since it's July 5th, we're going to focus on that flag. I am so happy. This is the first time in years I have felt like celebrating the 4th of July. and that this is the best 4th of July I have had in a very, very long time. I used to be very frightened about where we were going as a country and a society. And I'm a very open-minded person. But when you start bringing your desires to children, especially to other people's children who don't belong to you, you've crossed a line. When you force others to accept your lifestyle, you've crossed a line. To me, I don't care what lifestyle you live, but you can't go forcing it on others. When you do, you are the one being the tyrant. People don't like the way you live, you ignore them, you move on. You find your tribe. I wish everybody joy and happiness, to live their truth, be their true selves. Everybody. I don't care if I agree with you or not. I only get upset when it's being forced on others. And because there was a 10-year difference between my boys due to life circumstances, I saw a huge difference in education from when I went to school to when my oldest went and to when my youngest went. The deterioration into just pure brainwashing was disgusting. I'm glad we're getting that fixed. Crime has gotten out of control. Out of control. When we can begin to have empathy and compassion for the criminal but not the victim, we're doing something wrong. There has to be a better way. And I've noticed things weren't right since the time I was a little girl. I told you the story about my first day of kindergarten. And I didn't like it, but I couldn't figure out what it was. The older I got, the more obvious it became. It was very disturbing. So, by the time I reached my 40s and 50s, I felt hopeless. Now I have hope. And I told my family, I said, we need to put that flag out. We didn't want to put it into, drill holes into the siding. So a couple weeks ago, my son and daughter-in-law built that beautiful flag post. And my daughter-in-law, who is a legal immigrant, while my son was putting that flag up, he said, should I lower it a little bit? And she said, I'm sorry, I'm about to cry. She said, yes, but just make sure it doesn't touch the ground. She's working on her citizenship. She's not a citizen yet. Yesterday, for the 4th of July, she made the most beautiful apple pie I ever saw. She did the crust. It looked like the American flag. And she's not even a citizen yet. Those are the kind of people we want into our country. She's a hard worker. She's been working her butt off since she moved here. Very hard, very resourceful, extremely intelligent. Those are the kind of immigrants we want. And it doesn't matter what color their skin, the character, the work ethic, morals, intelligence. That's what we want. I am proud to be American. And I'm glad to see my country coming back again. I'm not saying we're going backwards to the old ways. We can't do that. But we are definitely moving forward in a very typical American fashion. To say we do not deserve to celebrate the 4th of July is so wrong. Because never before in the history of this planet has there been a group of people that are so resilient, tough, determined as Americans are. Whether you were born here or you're a new American, I see it across the board. So yes, we do. We do deserve to celebrate our country and our blessings because we truly are blessed. So I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be and make it a joyful one.